Hello, everybody, and welcome to round number 2 of F2 for GRS season number 13. And we're here for the mystery race. And as you can see, we've got a spin wheel in front of us with lots of options, 16 different tracks it can be today. Oh my gosh, we've got 20 viewers. It's incredible. Sorry for being late, but my PC is struggling. Okay. So without further ado, we're gonna spin the wheel. I'm just going to list them quickly. We've got Canada, Spain, Monaco, Miami, Saudi Arabia, Japan, Australia, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Brazil, Circuit of the Americas, Singapore, Monza, Netherlands, Hungary, and I can't remember where I started on this list. I think Austria. But there you go. Let's do it. Spinning wheel. There you go. What are we going to get for the track today? Ooh, you're very close to Zandvoort, but it is Hungary. We are going to Budapest. I'm also joined today by Luke for co-commentary, who I think is unmuted. Let me check.
Yep,
that.
I'm here.
Yeah, he's here. Excellent. Yeah, this is my game at the moment. So, well, not a black screen. It's a nice loading screen. But I think if everyone's in the lobby, you can go, and I will join, and it will auto spectate me. So. But yeah, we're being very slow today. Very sorry, everybody.
If you want.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you have another monitor, but you might be able to watch that while your game loads. I don't know.
Oh my god, this could be problematic. Oh! Oh, I need an invite. Somebody invite me. Jesus.
I'll do it.
Let me do... audio is fine. Good stuff. It was a slideshow for a bit, yes. This is because of things, Phileas. My computer does mysterious things sometimes. Yeah. And I didn't foresee that happening today, unfortunately. Too busy munching and watching YouTube to notice that yeah. Do we respin? No, we do not respin. We're going to Hungary. Somebody set it up. Oh, please load me in, man. Please. I tried cleaning it. No, it's not a cleaning issue. It's because there's background download that I tried to pause on Steam and it's not letting me pause it. So, yeah. Well, it's not. It's finished downloading, but it's doing the install bit at the end. So, yeah, we could have a scuffed stream today.
People are asking for invites from you, and I'm to tell them that you're not in. It's going great, this.
Yeah. Are you going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're loading in.
Good stuff. I'm communicating with online services. Fantastic.
That only takes like 10 minutes.
Fortunately, you're not missing anything. Nothing has happened yet.
Yeah, you're missing a loading screen where Backalick is taking a very long time to connect. It's fine, it's connected now.
Oh, I wish I got hungry. But I'm not here tomorrow, so... Unless I decide not to watch Wimbledon get battered by Cardiff, who are top of the league, on the TV. We will get battered. Oh, this is not good.
Alright, time to do an invite. I can't.
Why can't you add people? What? Oh, you mean add them, not invite? Yeah.
If they send me a friend request, then I can add them, but
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can't send friend requests out to people. Oh, I don't know if you're able to see my screen, but I've got Harry Spanswick in turn 1. There we go. I got a friend request.
Video capture. Can I even video capture your stream? I don't even know if that's the thing I can do. Oh, it is!
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, look at that.
We got a temporary fix. Here we
There you go. Fucking hell.
Oh,
This is how all streaming should be done.
we're improvising today. We got
this is
Harry
Outlap,
Spanswick
isn't it?
here out first. Yeah. Who I believe was he on the podium last week or was he 4th? I can't remember. He was close. No, he's on the grass there, so yeah.
He was on the podium. I remember talking to him afterwards, I think.
I've got to send another invite. That's all this is going to be, it seems. Right, here we go then. On board with the Mercedes for the first lap of the day. People taking longer to get out the pits because they've got to figure out a setup probably. So here we go then into turn 1. Go on Aston Martin, moving it the way on the right, braking just after 100 metres. Looking for the apex, third gear. You can kind of use third or second. Use a bit too much curb on the exit though, unsettle in the car. As he heads down towards turn 3, braking just before the 50-metre mark, carrying as much minimum speed as possible, and then onto the battery for the run up into the quick flick left here, and decides to downshift, not taking any risks just yet in that corner. Had a little too early there through 7 and all over the curb there. Somehow does not invalidate as he heads into the chicane. Got the raised curbs there, bit all over the place. As into the left right afterwards, and pretty decent through there, although bit of a scruffy lap so far, but he's kept it valid just about. Not much battery left, but you don't need much from here on out. As into the final sector, slightly off the apex, but you don't necessarily need to clip that one all that much. Here you want to stay well away from the apex as you get a run towards the final corner, open it up, use all the track space, and then it's about carrying the minimum speed through the corner. Bit of a twitch halfway through, and that is a 16.6.
Yeah, decent opening lap there from Harry. Yeah,
let's try to find someone who's actually like on a lap. We'll go Conor McCabe's close enough to the end of it, although he looks to have backed off based on his battery. So yeah, maybe not pushing as Arno goes quickest, 15.7.
Yeah, what are we expecting the pole time to be around here, do we think? Do we have any idea?
I would expect it like 15.3, 15.4.
So Arno's done pretty decent time so far then.
Yeah, I would say his time's pretty good for a banker. Especially considering it's a mystery, although I don't think Arno ever practices, so it kind of makes sense to me.
Yeah.
16.7 for Alfie there. Drafting in sector 1. I think Bart might be near the end. No. That'd be his teammate. Oh! Big drift there. I was trying to get Dino, but I couldn't. And Dino has gone second.
Well, in other news, I've done a full restart of Steam, and we seem to be back in business. So
that's good.
Hopefully, should be joining soon.
We have. I just keep missing people by like a moment. We got Margiel here on his return to GRS after. I think the last time he raced was season 10. So should be interesting.
He's using hot lap all the way through here, which is definitely not the best way.
Yeah, I think he's only just got the game and doesn't know about the new medium strategy. Although I don't think it's that bad on Hungary. I don't think it's that costly because you don't use all the battery anyways.
Yeah.
So, ooh. Bit shaky there. As Callum Morris has gone second. With a 16.5, yeah, Arno's Bank are really strong. No one else kind of finding that pace. As you know, Mikhail here trying to get to grips with the game again. I think that still goes up to P6 for now, which is a very solid effort. As Willie John to the line, goes into P6, replaces him. And then we've got Zan. Dominated last week.
Yeah, he did.
Does he fancy himself as an
he
expert
said
with no practice
he
as well?
practiced Bahrain a lot, and he said that he will practice China, which is the next race. So as for a mystery race, I don't know, we'll have to find out how he does here.
It's a good first sector. 26.9 is very fast, I'm pretty sure. I think Calamaris, who's second, did a 27.4 in the first sector, so as a reference point, he's about half a second up, although not the greatest of chicanes, so that's going to cost him some time. Although overall, it's looking pretty clean for the McLaren. A bit wayward at the apex there. As into the final sector. And he'll be looking to try and put himself at least onto the front row for now, I would guess.
Yeah, a big gap between first and second to fit into. And he does.
And he does, yeah, 15.9.
Who else hasn't done a lap yet? Hayden, maybe? Or Callum's going
let's
again.
have a look.
Yeah, Hayden's coming in the final sector. Using plenty of curb on the outside there as well. Got loads of battery, as you said, around this track left to use.
The traction controls not enjoying the final corner, but to the line, it's P3 Williams, 3 and 4 currently, and you've made it into the lobby, so I can knock off the screen
made it
share.
into the first lobby, but yes.
Lovely. We're making progress.
Improvisation today.
You know what? Maybe it's a good job I joined this week.
It is, yeah. I mean, at least I've learned how to solve a problem. You just have to task manager out of Steam, and it will actually think again and be like, "Oh, you want to stop this download? Okay, I'll do that."
Yeah.
There we go. Come on, game. Here we go. I'm so excited to be here. Bosh! We're in the lobby. Let's get all the stuff on the screen. Telemetry, lap data, full track map. And see who hasn't done a lap yet. Bakalik?
No one's on a lap. Bakalik's already been off on the venture on this run. So that's not good for him. As I don't think that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Justin invalidated, but we'll be going again.
Hayden is coming into the pits.
It's got the I don't know, the Minecraft livery on the kick salver.
Yeah.
That's all I can see from the onboard.
The rear wing looks quite nice. Where did they use this? Was this a Vegas livery or something?
Yes, I think it was Vegas. I like that there's the livery options in this game. It's quite cool.
Yeah, I wonder when they add the DLC, we'll be able to choose between 25 and 26 liveries, probably. No idea what they're going to do for that DLC, really. How much they're going to change, how much they're going to be a reskin of this year.
Yeah, we've still got a while to wait until early May.
I thought it was April.
It's
coming out.
It's going to be a very late April, early May.
Okay.
Because that's when there's 2 more podium pass seasons.
Maximising the money.
Yeah, the current one ends, I think, like the 7th of March, and then it's after that one the DLC releases, which they normally last just under 2 months. So, yeah, it'll be approximately early May, late April. As it's a 15.9 for Jatin as well.
Yeah, very decent opening time. As Jack Cocaine invalidates at turn 4. Somebody jumped up.
Charlie Roberts to 6th.
Yeah, that's who it was. Do we know who this Alpine is at the back here? Who's that?
That is Robert. Zeno's gone to second with a 15.8, so it's looking nice and competitive. At the top now, we've got 4 drivers within 10th and a half, so that's what you like to see.
The Aston Martin coming around the final corner. That's Alfie, I believe. Let's see if he can improve a couple of tenths. Quite congested between P5 and P9 at the moment. 3 tenths between them. And he does find those tenths and goes up to P5.
We've got Bart coming around the final corner now. It looks decent so far from him. I'm expecting sort of to drop in 6th, I reckon.
I've got have you seen my screen? I've got a glitch. Nobody's got a front wing.
Oh, yeah, I know that glitch, yeah. I've seen that before. It's a good one.
Oh, some people have front wings. Are they back now?
It'll be certain cars will have them.
Right.
Some cars will and some cars won't.
That is new. Nice. Every day we find new glitches with this game. It is something special, that's for sure.
Never fails to amaze me how this game does stuff. As Willie moved up to P6 while we were looking at the games. Amazing.
Could you switch on to Charlie Gordon a sec? Is this another glitch? He's stuck in the pits on my screen.
He's not in the pits for me, he's on track.
Right. For me, he's stuck in the pits.
I think it'll be alright when we get into the main lobby, but yeah, I can tell you Charlie's definitely in Sector 2.
Well, I can tell he's moving the steering wheel like he's driving, but it says 0 miles an hour.
Flying. That'll be a quick lap.
Who have we got coming through then? Mitch is starting again. Callum Morris to the line. Plenty of batteries still to use, and he goes P6 with a 16.0.
Zam's up in Sector 1.
Connor's completely cut the chicane in the middle sector, locking up as he did so. On board with Zan now in McLaren, as somebody's gone P7. It's Furkan. Yeah.
4 temps up for Zan. This is a big lap. He was very lucky not to invalidate as well, so he has got away with one.
He's used loads more battery than Callum did as well. Surely going to help.
Yeah, he's done it very well. Very well managed, because he's going to run out pretty much at the line. Yeah, very well used, and that's a 15.3. That's a very good
That is what you said pole would be, so
yeah.
I wonder if anyone can beat that now with 4 minutes to go. As Owen goes P15 with a 7/10 improvement. And I think everyone else is coming into the pits. Yeah, to get ready for their final laps here.
Trying to figure out who's going to be first. Probably Bakalik, I think. Both Hash drivers out early at the moment on the track. Although Bakalik is lagging terribly for me.
Yeah. He's also got a racing bull going into the pits behind him. Here we go then, Bakalik starting his lap. Probably the last lap, unless he makes a mistake he can cool off and go again, but he doesn't have the fuel to do 3 laps, so if he makes a mistake he's got to make it early in a way. Anyway, down towards turn 3, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nicely done through here. Up the hill towards the fast left-hander. Really easy to cut or run wide here. Keeps it on the track nicely. Now into the right-hander. Don't want to get on the curb on the right. You can easily spin in field here. Now for the chicane. Bounce over the curves as much as possible. Up through the gears. Throw it into the next left-hander and the right as well, using all of the track if possible. Now you want to throw it in here once again using all of the track. It is easy to run wide there in the race and get away with it, so I'm sure people will do that and try and avoid a warning. But yeah, up to the final corner now. This has looked fairly reasonable for Daniel here. Should jump him. Well, he hasn't got a proper time on the board yet, so where will it put him? I think in the top 10 maybe? Yes, P7.
It's a very compact sort of midfield area there. A lot of people in there on a 16-0.
Yeah, P5 to 8 separated by a tenth. Another 2 tenths back to P9. Tenths in front to P4. So yeah, you're definitely right about that.
Robert pushing here. He's got a Williams just ahead. He might be giving him a bit of a rough time with dirty air. Not quite close enough, though, I don't think, to be affected. So up to the line. 16-2, Robert into 9th.
Yeah, Dino's next across the line. He's going to start another lap. He must have bailed out of that one. We also have Connor starting a lap. And I think the next one to complete it will be Harry. He's in the middle sector. 2 tenths up at the moment after 1 sector. Let's see what he can do in this middle sector split. Already down to 8% battery. He's a second up, which will put him fighting for the front row here. So this could be a big lap for Harry. Currently 14th, could vault him many, many positions up the grid with 1 minute 20 to go. This will be his final lap of the session. DRS open to the line. And he does go second fastest onto that front row. As Charlie Gordon is now on track for me and starts a lap. And we have many drivers coming through, and I'm not sure which ones are on laps or not yet. Let's see, Hayden's getting out of the way of some people in sector 3.
Dino's 2 tenths up, but he's got a lot of traffic.
Oh, loads of traffic. One of them gets out of the way. That's the Mercedes. Oh,
I think he should get away with it just about, yeah.
Williams out of the way too, and now he's got a clear run to the line.
And he's got plenty of battery for it as well.
Could this be the front row as Robert retires?
It is.
It is the front row. Has Robert retired around the final corner? No. No, he's in the pit lane. Sorry, getting confused.
I'm trying to watch all over the place.
Yeah, there's so many cars. I'm not used to this many cars. It's been a while since we've had a full grid.
Both Arno and Conor McCabe have started a lap right next to each other. It's a mad dash to the line, and Zan spun. Zan spun, so he will not be improving further.
15.3 is his best attempt then. His teammate is coming around the final corner now. That's Charlie Gordon. He's currently 19th at 17.7. What's it going to be for him? DRS open.
He's also got the wrong place for you. He's
15.
Gone to P15 now. Yeah.
Okay. He was. Oh right, because he was in the pits on my screen, so the lap didn't exist.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Jack Cocaine around the final corner with no front wing on my screen. There's P18.
As 69.
Owen. No, it's not Owen. It's Alfie, who's invalidated and decides to crash into the wall for good measure. Callum Morris is next. He seems to have backed out, I think, Callum. No, he goes up to P5. Improvement for him. Bart Nauting is next. What's it going to be for him? P11. Arno to the line now. Can he challenge for pole? No.
No.
He must have lost time in that final sector. Jatin, it's actually Jatin's teammate who goes P4. That's Dakota, I think.
No, it's Willie.
No, it's not Dakota today. Never mind.
Jatin round the final corner. Let's see. Can he improve on the 15.9? Up to the line. Goes first. 15.2.
Out of nothing. Out of nowhere. Surprise pole position, maybe. I think that's it. Everyone else is done. Right at the death. Jatin takes pole position by a tenth of a second. He said it was his best track in the chat, and he's right. He's proved it.
Strong quality for Kicksaber, both in the top 5. And that'll be 1 point heading to Jatin already. And a much closer quali today than Bahrain, I will say. We got, still a slight little gap to the front 2 at the top. About 2 tenths off back to Dino, but then after that you're talking no more than just over a tenth between each car, all the way down until you get to the bottom end where it expands out a bit again.
Yeah, I can't see the results. Good stuff. What is going on? I fixed my problems. Now I'm in the game's hands. Oh well.
Yeah. Are we going to have dry or wet weather? We had wet weather in Bahrain in F3, which was
Very
an
dry.
experience.
Wet? What? Sorry?
Yeah, but F3 was wet Bahrain.
On dynamic.
Yes.
Wow. That must be like, I don't know, 1% chance or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, we had a full Inters race. Quite entertaining to watch.
The whole thing was wet as well, not just
Yeah.
part of it. Wow.
And we had 3 punctures on the final lap.
Could get punctures here, maybe.
And that was all of the top 3 as well, so... That's certainly what a race to go and watch if you haven't. That Bahrain race in F3.
Where are the fans? There's no fans in the pit lane for me. Any fans for you?
Yeah, no, I've got none. No one's turning up today.
No.
Get ready, I'll probably disconnect again. Don't worry, I'm on standby.
Here we go then. The lights are coming on. We've got 5 red lights. And the lights are gone and we are racing in Hungary, in Budapest. And it seems like a good start for Zan. Maybe trying to get alongside the Jatin here, who actually pulls to the inside to defend. Zan's going to try and go round the outside of Jatin. They're going to be side by side here as we see cars filtering through in the background. Jatin holds on to the lead through turn 1. The other Kick-Sauber is up to 3rd though. And it's been a relatively clean start so far. No one with a major incident or spin. And yeah, they all get away very nicely.
Fantastic launch from Willie. He's managed to put himself up 2 places. On the opposite end, Dino's dropped 3. Not great from him. However, everyone, yeah, making it through.
Ooh, spinner! Charlie Roberts is round. But RB has collected him as well. Yeah. I was just flicking through at turn 4 to see there were a couple people going side by side, and it's not ended too well for some of them.
Oh,
there's an Alpine off as well.
Us, yeah. And Hayden's AI is just giving way to everyone.
Is he not here? Okay.
Yeah, I've invited him back. I don't know if he'll need another one there. I'll keep an eye on the
Bakalik is losing places. I think he's made a small mistake, down into 12th now. Let's have a look at the tyres. Everybody on mediums apart from Harry and the Alpine in 17th. Interesting. I remember last race Dino did hard to medium in Bahrain and it was definitely the best strategy, so maybe Harry is learning from that.
Harry's managed to keep hold of a lot of places considering that. Bakalik's just lagged back behind everyone and has lost about 10 places in one go.
Yeah, he's lagged again on my screen being on board with him.
Yeah, he's struggling with connection issues.
Anyway, the race settles down now.
Oh, I was just on board with Alfie and I was about to say his fuel light's flickering, but now his front wings are gone.
Yeah, I saw it in the background. I was on board with someone ahead and I just looked behind and there was an Aston Martin going into the wall on exit turn 4, and now he seems to be revving the engine a lot on my screen and has gone straight into the gravel.
Yeah.
I think that is a rage moment, essentially.
Yeah, so far looking at the fuel lights, Jack's got a fuel light on as well. As it looks like a pretty... Jatin's looking really fast here. He's nearly gapping Zan. Although Zan does have plenty of battery, but Jatin does as well. Neither of them particularly using a lot, although Zan using quite a bit to close up here.
Zan with the faster lap by 100th on that lap.
As Bart and Robert here into turn 1. Bart trying to get a switch back, but doesn't quite manage it. Although he's got a great run actually. So now we'll halt the outside line as they continue to fight here, side by side. And it will be Robert ahead. Good move and a good battle between the two of them.
Could have easily ended in a collision there if he was understeered a bit wide at that right-hander. Very nice racing between them.
Left each other plenty of room. Good respectful racing.
They're still going at it. It looked like Bart had a little sniff as Robert ran wide, I think, at the chicane. But for now, Bart will stick behind. Maybe have a go into turn 1. There's a huge gap ahead of Robert now. 3 seconds to the next car. And that is going to be really difficult to try and close in this race.
Arno looks to be struggling in the Ferrari. He's been dropped from the top 3, who are putting down some pretty impressive pace here at the start of this race.
Yeah, no DRS for Arno. That means Harry will have a chance to get past on the hard tyre. This could be a key move early on for the hard tyre runner. But doesn't have the grip to go late on the brakes. And will stay behind for now.
Bart and Robert are at it again. Oh, little moment there
Bit of an
for
oversteer
Mercedes.
for Bart. Don't think there's any damage for either car, but Bart is ahead. And now
that's
the
kind of punted the back of Robert.
yeah, the McLaren wants to get past quickly. Alpine goes wide at the next corner. Also, I see there's now 2 tenths between the top 2. So Zan may be finding his rhythm a bit.
There's Willie with a 3-second penalty early on here. Big mistake there as well. It's cost him about half a second, and that's going to allow the front 2 to breathe a bit easier and start to pull away. And that will be news to those two. I'm sure they'll be happy to have. As yeah, Harry's looking really quick on these hards already. I'm expecting him to get past. Talking strategy-wise here, I am expecting a few people to go for 2 stops. The tyre wear isn't great here and can definitely force you onto it if you don't sort of chill out and look after them. So if you are pushing pretty much all the way, as we see Zan take the lead, then you can definitely do some damage to your tyres. As Arno's hit the back there, and it's caused a bit of a...
His front wing fell off Harry's car, I think. Yeah, he's missing the end plate.
Plate's gone. He doesn't look happy about it. I think a little bit of an aggressive wiggle. And again, nearly contact, but nothing Harry really could have done. The Ferrari just lost control of his car. And then Harry's trying one round the outside here, maybe out of a bit of frustration. As that's a penalty for Robert. I feel like we're going to see quite a few of those today here.
Yeah, you're never going to go around the outside of fast left-hander unless you want to crash, really. But yeah, really unfortunate damage for Harry there. Hopefully, for his sake, it doesn't affect his pace too much, because he was looking really quick on those hard tyres. But now, 3 cars behind him are starting to queue up in this train led by Willie in P3.
Yeah, the Sauber, after losing DRS, seems to be struggling quite heavily. And, well, the front 2 have kind of just left into a world of their own. Zhang using a bit more battery than Jatin, which seems to be building him a bit of a gap, although Jatin, you know, with the higher battery, is just going to be able to sort of match it for now. And not really have to worry about losing Zhang, I don't think.
Yeah, early stage of the race, you just want to stick with them, right, as much as possible. As we see Willie locking up into the sort of hairpin corner there.
Move here for Charlie Gordon up into the top 10 there. Mistake from Robert on the exit of turns 1 and 2 there was, so that allowed him to capitalise. There's a bit of a mistake from Zam there, but not really costing him anything, to be honest. As a mistake from Willie as well, almost letting Arno through, but...
Yeah, I'm watching this train from P3 downwards because I think stuff's going to happen pretty soon here. Arno's got a bit more battery. In fact, everybody in the train has more battery than Willie does.
Hayden's connection is not doing him any solids here.
Alfie's round again.
He's gone onto the grass on the exit of the corner and spun it. Understeered off.
Ooh, big slide for Willie out the final corner. Will that give Arno the opportunity to get past? There's also Callum Morris looking racy for P7 in the back of this train. But once again... Oh, there's a bit of a Constantina effect.
Everyone's sort of hitting everyone.
Yeah.
What's happened there?
I don't
think there's any damage, luckily, but...
Yeah, I think Connor was affected the most, losing momentum. There's also been
yellow
a spin
flags
for...
Charlie Gordon.
Yeah. Down at turn 1. Not sure if that was a similar incident. But yeah, remarkably, everyone in that train is in the same order they started the straight in.
What watching on board with Alfie because he looks like he's battered those tyres, and I'm feeling like there might be a safety car sometime soon, potentially. He's not having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, 50 seconds behind the guy in last. Going to be lapped pretty soon. Hopefully he doesn't get in the way of anybody. I know ghosting's on, but still.
We've got 106-degree rear temperatures. That's not what you want.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
not at all.
Yes,
Might see a move from Bakalik here into the sort of right-hander in sector 3. Gonna get past Mitch, although Mitch is fighting it.
Car on the track as Harry Spanswick has boxed with that damage.
Ooh, not ideal. Also coming into the pits is Robert off the medium tyres. But we're on board with Daniel Bakalik here, who is trying to get past the Red Bull. They both have DRS though because of the pitting car. And up the inside goes Daniel late on the brakes. There's a McLaren trying to follow him through in the background. It could become 3 wide at some point here. No, they're still fighting side by side. Both of them have DRS again. And Mitch will hold on to P10 for now.
Yeah, Charlie Gordon trying to find a way to sneak himself into that. Wasn't able to. It was a good exit by the Red Bull. Although Bakalik did swap into non-battery while Mitch was continuing to deploy, which was an interesting move. Obviously, that didn't work out for him.
Yeah, look how much battery Daniel's got compared to the others in the train, though. He's got a full battery right now.
Yeah.
As they both almost run wide in the middle sector. Now you can see Mitch saving.
The train for P3.
Bakalik again up the inside. Interesting choice of overtaking position. Loses the rear on braking, but gets through. Surely he might be repassed into turn 1 here. I'm not sure I agree with that move. Depending on how good his exit can be out the final corner. Same for Mitch and Charlie as well in the train. Mitch has got a pretty poor exit actually, and he's lost about 7 tenths to the car ahead.
Furkan here potentially looking for a move on Charlie Gordon. Not quite. Zan has broke a second to Jatin at the front for the first time this race. And Jack's also closing into this train for P3.
Yeah, Arno is pushing Willie around the corner a little bit. I think his tyres really starting to struggle on some cars now. And what tyres has Harry gone onto? Mediums. So he will have to pit again.
Robert went on to hards.
Even so, you still have to pit again, surely, from here.
Yeah, Robert will be going for a 2-stop. Yeah. I would expect 2 sets of hards, as Jatin's going to come in now and go for the undercut.
Yeah,
this will mean a 2-stop.
A lot on that lap. I think Zan could make the 1 work, maybe.
Yeah, potentially. I'm feeling like we might see both Salbers do a 2. Willie seems to be really struggling. I think his straight line speed's great, but in the corners he's just a bit all over the place at this stage of the race now.
Yeah, completely agree with that. Dino looking pretty racy in P4 now at the moment. As Harry sets the fastest lap. We also see Mitch come into the pits as well.
Yeah, Furkan 2 is off the road once again for Willie. And he'll be racking up warnings towards a second time penalty at the moment.
I think if Dino was behind Willie, he might have got past already. I think Arno's struggling a bit more than Dino right now.
Spanswick with a move up into 13th. Dispatches of Owen Thomas, who is currently in his own fight with Charlie Roberts. And Jack has managed to catch up to these guys finally. Took him a while, but he'll be happy to
Charlie's
be there.
got back past Owen. He's made a big mistake.
Zan goes in.
Sector. Zan responds. Probably the smart play because they had the pace out in front as Arno's also into the pits.
For the undercut, and Callum Morris in the final corner, side by side with Conor McCabe here. This is going to be a drag race down to turn 1. BRB looks a bit quicker in that. As to the outside for the Williams. What's he thinking on the exit? Is he still in there?
Bit of wheel
little
banging.
bit of tyre rubbing, yeah. But I'll get away with it, and Conor McCabe stays ahead for now.
Yeah, so Zan's come out 5 tenths ahead of Jatin. So Jatin has held onto the DRS with that undercut, which is probably the minimum he would have wanted.
Arno's lost 5 seconds to Harry Spanswick in 3 laps.
Damn.
And Spanswick changed his front wing? He can't have done with that, surely. I can't see because the camera angle's terrible. He did!
He did. He's
So
on
that's how
mediums,
slow Willie's
though.
been going.
Yeah.
And Dino's now experiencing what it's like to be stuck behind the Kick-Sauber. Although, if Dino's been in that train able to save
Back
tyres,
is round and into the wall. Losing some front wing.
Just about get away with it.
Yeah, he's lost an end plate, though.
None of the front 6 are in. Dino surely he's going to have a chance here as someone's made a mistake. That's Robert.
Fresh hards as well for a mistake as Dino's going for it.
Trying the outside. I would not have picked the outside there. Oh,
Ooh.
what has happened there?
Connor's going to come through.
Yeah.
Dino fights it up the inside still. They're going to be side by side through here. This is a key position because both of them want to fight for the lead here and get past the slower car of the Kick-Sauber. They could continue, but no. Connor is ahead and up into P2. Ooh, helicam. Thank you.
Sam's only 4 seconds off this train, but getting through it for him and Jatin is not really going to be easy. They're going to have to play a big game of patience here.
Yeah. Could bring Harry into play if they really hold him up.
Potentially, yeah.
Oh, Callum Morris is off.
He is, yeah, into the wall. And a bit of damage onto that Williams as well.
Lots of spinners today. And he spun again trying to rejoin to the track. Still losing positions down into P12 now.
Zan's gained 2.5 seconds on this lap to that train. Make it 3 with this final corner probably, yep.
Arno with a move past the Alpine. And he's going to go for another one on Charlie Gordon here. In that McLaren.
Yeah, I'll get that easily.
Nice and easy on the new tyres versus old tyres. Callum Morris pits to serve his damage.
I'm interested to see how the Zan and Jatin are going to try and navigate their way through this, to be honest. It's not going to be easy for them.
Yeah, and they don't need to rush, really, yet, because all these guys will hit before them, and then they should be able to extend a bit, right?
Yeah, the thing is, all of these guys will be going for the 1 stop. Every car they don't get past is going to get an undercut on them on their next stop, meaning that with the 2 stop they will be behind all of these guys unless they clear them before they box.
Zan
trying to look
about it.
It's not really there. He's
Jatin
pushing
wants
Jack
to go.
through, and Jatin, as Jack moves out the way, as side by side there, momentarily between Zan and Jatin.
Yeah.
Jatin's got to follow him through here as Zan's going to launch his way past Bart. Bart not fighting it. He knows these guys are much better tyres at this point of the race.
Yeah, it's a
Zan
big chance for Jatin to try and pick off the position on the leader while they're fighting through this traffic, but also he can easily get dropped if he doesn't get past at the same time. So crucial for him to follow him through as much as possible. Will be tricky to do here. There's no room.
Can't get past.
There's no room.
That's the first time that's happened. I fear Jack's boxed too early here to make it to the end. Although there's a good exit there for both of them. They're both going to get a move before the chicane. Going like for like with that, and Zan's got 1 more to go until he's back in the lead.
It's the Sauber
Oh,
teammate.
yeah.
Not sure if there's going to be any games here.
Painstakingly slow.
Or nearly runs into the back of him.
Jatin's
going
to
to
get a
through.
move.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is getting interesting now. I don't know if this is games because, I mean, I don't know if Willie knows that Jatin's not his teammate. So
True.
Willie might be thinking, this is for the team game, but I don't think Jatin really cares about the team game that much here. Although he'll happily take it, as that's going to be both of them through, and off they go into the race for P1. And Harry Spanswick is not too far off this train now, and Arno not too far behind him. Dino and Charlie Gordon into the box.
That all went a bit quicker than I thought it would, to be honest. They got through in about 2 laps,
I think end of lap 14 is the earliest time of the box. So I kind of think if Dino and Charlie were struggling, they're on the right lap there because it's 2/5 of the race, meaning sort of do 40% on the medium, 60 on the hard, which feels roughly about right. Track dependent, the wear between the two tyres is different, but I think they will get away with that now. Although we know the front two are definitely going to be having to box again, which the issue for them is going to be if a train forms where their fresher tyres towards the end of the race aren't going to benefit, as we've got team orders here from Mercedes. With Bart getting out of the way for Harry. And that's going to allow Harry through. He'll be happy
Willie
with
is
that
still holding up people like crazy, and I don't think it's
they're all going in.
his fault. He's just a bit slow.
He's nearly missed the pit lane though. He has nearly missed the pit lane.
Yeah, well recovered.
That was close. God, I'm trying to move, I'm thinking about it, but not close enough.
All 3 of them into the box then at the same time. End of lap 15. As Jack is going to get past the Alpine, who may also lose a position to Furkan here. And does so. Still out on the hard tyres they started the race on. Only one doing that strategy after Harry had contact early on.
Dino has come out in, I would say, the most favourable positions of all those guys who extended their stint, to be honest. Yeah.
Ooh, definitely. There's a lot of cars between Dino and Connor, and that the 1 lap difference, isn't there?
Those parts disconnected. Let me get an invite across.
As Dino makes his way past the Alpine, up in a P7, now 1.6 behind Furkan.
And the gap at the front has once again been created by Zan, who, on those fresher tyres, is gapped once again.
I'm just going to say,
Arno is right on the back of Spanswick here.
Jack has undercut his way into P5 at the moment. Obviously, you said he might struggle to get to the end, but still, he's net P5 right now.
Yeah.
As Arno's going for it around the outside of Harry's Mercedes here. He's trying to switch back as well. Don't think he's got the traction to do that though. And Harry will hold on his 9-lap-old mediums for now.
Mitch goes up to 8th here. I believe Mitch is one of the drivers on the 2-star. So he's making a decent job of it so far. So it'll be interesting to see how all these strategies are going to individually unfold. There'll be a lot of changes throughout this race as Willie up into 9th and Conor McCabe up into 11th, maybe even 10th. Alpine has a bit of a moment and he swoops around the outside.
Yeah, a lot of pain for those old hard tyres at the moment. But he will be loving life in about, what, 4 laps time? When he
Part
hits.
retrained. No, let me get him another invite across. Is he even online? No. Oh dear. Check again in a bit. Can Arno get the move this time around? Putting the battery on mid-corner probably isn't helping with that. Although, he's going to have a run, but I don't think it's enough.
No, a little bit of contact, but Harry covered the switchback off with this time. And Arno had nothing to go around the outside there.
Yeah, as Willie up into 8th.
And
Gets past Mitch and Conor McCabe as well. And Mitch just trying to minimise his time loss from having to be overtaken. Probably the smartest thing to do. Especially as he's not really fighting a team game here. Dino trying one down the inside here.
Ooh, that's not going well. But somehow it did. Although Furkan did go off the track, but I think he was forced there.
Yeah, I think Dino probably should have waited until the corner after. It's easier to get a good drive out of that corner and just sort of overtake, rather than trying to force one in a position where it's, let's say, not convenient to do so. He's trying again into a high-speed corner. Thinks better of it this time around. As the update from Alfie Devine is that car's an insurance write-off as soon as you get rear wing damage.
Rear wing damage, that is quite unlucky. Don't know how he managed that, actually.
Arno here tries the inside. He might get it. He might get it.
Harry!
Oh!
He had a bit of oversteer moment and collided
Dino's on
with
the
Arno.
grass.
Dino's Yeah, Harry had an oversteer into Arno's path and ultimately came off worse. And meanwhile, Dino is still going at it with Furkan, and he will get through. As there's another yellow flag down the back, and that's Owen. Harry's lost another place with his damage. Did he get damage? Doesn't look like he's got damage, actually.
No, he got away with it.
Bart is asking for an invite from myself. But I don't see him.
Look as well.
Oh, he's offline. I sent him an offline one.
Oh,
As
Owen
out
Thomas
goes Owen in the pit lane.
As Bakalek is currently struggling in a fight against Bart's AI, although Bart's AI eventually concedes. As Dino's got past Harry Spanswick for P5. And he's now chasing after Jack. This is where I'm interested to see. Jack only has one lap older tyres than Dino, but I think he's going to be a bit Spanswick in. We could put it that way, yeah. I mean, I would wholly agree. Harry Spanswick has sped and has called it a day.
Well, yeah, he spun, didn't he? So, and he has to pit again. He probably could have still got points, but
it would have been
fair
one
enough.
or two by the end, probably. But yeah, the front three are all going to have to box at some point soon. Not soon, actually, but you know, they give it 3 or 4 laps, they probably will.
Yeah, Zan's broke 3 seconds now on Jatin, so unless anything dramatic happens, they seem to be going to end like this.
Yeah, Bart's back.
Hooray!
And Owen Thomas departs. Other than Zan, it's a poor showing for the Mercedes power unit today. He's the only one in the top 10 to sport that.
Will that happen in real life? I don't think so.
Hayden's made it back in the lobby after I don't know how long. He's got a bit of a gap to catch up, but you never know. Stina's actually losing time to Jack, so maybe our statement was wrong, although Jack's fuel situation is absolutely diabolical. He's a lap and a half under.
That minus 1.3 on his steering wheel.
Yeah.
What are other people like? Are you sure it's
Everyone's
minus?
fine.
It's definitely minus. It is minus, isn't it?
That's a minus, yeah. He's absolutely screwed without
He's banked on a safety car.
Maybe that's why he's so quick. He's got no fuel in the car. And Charlie Roberts is also under, but not by much. His is recoverable. Jack's is borderline 2 safety cars.
Well, there's going to be a move into the fast left-hander here on Mitch. No, he backs out of it. Does Robert. Smart. I don't know why he even went for it in the first place. There we go.
Robert will be in soon. He wants to sort of split his 2 hard stints down the middle. It'll be this lap or next lap. I would say probably the next one. Although if he goes this lap, he probably guarantees that Mitch boxes as Arno's in.
Short stint on the hards, the first set, 10 laps. I don't really understand this strategy, if I'm honest.
Is he trying to undercut towards
He's
the guys
8
in front,
seconds
maybe?
behind, though. It's going to be a big undercut needed to get involved.
Mitch is going in, actually, so I was completely wrong. Mitch probably listening and probably just doing this despite what I said.
Willie is side by side with Furkan, who has a big snap of oversteer, and actually Willie's decided to drive on the grass for some reason.
Oh, that's some interesting blocking, and
he's gone straight on.
And now Furkan's tapped him. And the RBs are having a bit of a frenzy with him here. As Arno's emerged in beautiful clean air. He'll be loving that. Great time for him to box, as Charlie Gordon is basically pushing Robert here up the hill. And kind of makes it a bit difficult for him to judge the corner after that. So, yeah. He'll drop off for a bit and get back to having another go soon as there's a Williams round, which is Hayden, I believe, who...
I saw the mini-map and thought it was a leader, because he was right next to the leaders.
Yeah. Jatin's gone for the undercut again.
Responding to Arno's box, so you're not going to close that 8 seconds in one lap, I'm afraid.
I reckon Zhang gives it... I mean, he'll probably just box this lap. It's the safest thing to do.
What was the gap? 3 seconds?
Yeah, here comes Dino. Into turn 1. And Jackson not bothering to fight it. He probably wants a car to be in DRS of, to be honest, because you save more fuel when you're in the DRS range of another car, and he has not saved a single thing since the last time we checked in with him.
No, he hasn't. And he's running out of time.
Charlie Gordon is up to 9th. I think we'll see Imtiaz and Zanin soon, and that should be... And hold on, Robert, Bakalik, maybe Callum Morris. And that should be everyone who has to box. Anyone who's on 10 lap or older tyres will probably box, as Imtiaz has taken a bit of a detour, and so has Hayden, who has somehow found a wall there. Maybe he's just parking it out the way of people. Zan boxes, yeah. It's the right thing to do. No need to take a risk and go for some weird stay out longer and just have an insane pace advantage when the undercut isn't particularly on anyways. As Jack stays within DRS, that's crucial for
Dino
him.
will take the lead. And Zan will come out behind...
Jatin.
What?
What? How's he that far
Did he
behind?
have a wing change?
Did
he have a wing change?
No, I don't think so. I'll check on the race director.
Yeah. Because he's lost 8 seconds. Really?
No, no wing change.
Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
A 1 lap undercut is not 8 seconds. Did he spin on the...
He must have made a mistake, because he was 3 seconds ahead and he's now 4.5 behind.
He's also got 2 warnings. I will say that much as well. And Jatin's now right on the back of the front too, so this is all in his hands now.
Yeah.
Though he has got to get through them. And the quicker he does it, the better for him. As Willie's currently having a race with a lap car. And there's yellow flags, that is Mikal. Oh, Jack, that's not what we want to do. Willie's going to go for the outside. And he just drives around the Ferrari.
There's your fresh tyre grip.
Jatin.
We'll have DRS as well. So close into Dino. Maybe even get him onto the next corner.
For 4th. And Mikal is suffering.
Here goes Jatin for the lead.
Not even bothering to fight it. Well.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't really know what happened to Zan. We'll have to ask him later.
Yeah. Presumably wants to talk about it.
He will have to. It's in his contract. Charlie
Trucks.
Roberts is being overtaken. I saw a very
So he's
small gap. Ooh.
Callum Morris is weaving in front of Robert for some reason. I swear I just swapped onto someone who was nearly spinning. I don't know. I'm confused. Hayden is being a bit dodgy with blue flags here, I think.
For any reason? Or just can't be bothered?
I don't know. I think he's thinks he's a bit quicker than Colin McKay, but obviously isn't gapping as much as he needs to kind of not be affecting the RB. Although he's given him DRS, which is keeping him ahead of Arno for longer, so I don't know if he has, you know, will he complain really? I'm not sure.
I doubt it, but Daniel Bakulik is going to make a move here up the inside on Robert, and Bart will try and find his way through as well up the inside maybe, but there's no room as Robert tries to switch back on Daniel, and they're going to be side by side down towards the next corner. Daniel with the inside line and the better tyres should be able to hold on to it on the inside, but round the outside goes Robert, and he's still in here, and he's keeping his nose in. There's a bit of side by side contact, and they're off, and they're going to be into the wall, and one of them, I'm surprised none of them have DNF'd. How have they got away with that? There's no front wing for the Alpine, and that has not gone well. Daniel has also got damage on both end plates, and I do not know how they're both still in the race.
Yeah, I'm not sure. They ended up in the wall actually quite straight on.
I didn't see the exact contact with the wall, to be fair. I accidentally flicked camera.
Pretty strange that they've both lived. Zan here, he's got to try and make something of this. Jack's absolutely launched
counter-attack
to defend. Zan's just got to figure his way through this now.
What a move.
Dino's not interested. Dino doesn't really need to fight, to be honest. Dino doesn't really know this, but Jack's going to finish this race in about 14th.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's going to run out of fuel within the next, like, 6 or 7 laps.
That could be overtaken the race, though. I really like that. Defense into attack. He said, no, I'm not being overtaken. I'm going to go for the P2 myself.
Robert's had enough. Bakulik's going for the fastest lap on hards. I mean, I'm pretty sure whoever had the fastest lap did it on hards, so that's more than valid. As we have a Red Bull Civil War for 1 point. Although I think Mitch is kind of just going to gap Charlie Roberts here with the 8-lap fresher tyres. Although those aren't really going to help him gain any positions from that far back.
He could gain on P10. No, Charlie could gain on P10 if he catches a second and a bit.
Yeah, I think Callum Morris also has to box, and Charlie Roberts might also have to box. Charlie Gordon also isn't out that question, as Callum Morris picks up a penalty, and Zan's up to second.
Yes.
And it's 5 seconds with 1 lap fresher tyres. I don't know.
No.
He would need
a
3-second top penalty.
Yeah.
As Callum Morris has.
Had enough.
I think he had like, well, he had to box again.
6 seconds of pens.
Yeah, a lot of pens. So by the time he got out the box, I don't think he was going to be able to do anything. As you can see, the car, yeah, still not even out. So
since we last checked, Jack has saved 0.1 laps of fuel out of the 1.2 he needs.
Yeah. I feel like he should have let Zan go and got that extra lap of DRS as Arno's up into...
And wide.
Track range. And Hayden's now here. So, I mean, Hayden has made... He's pretty quick, but he's just causing blue flags repeatedly.
But fuel-saving DRS could be crucial here.
Yeah, I think we're also going to see a swap
between
the Ferraris because Arno's probably screaming at Jack to move.
And lift now, lift. He hasn't lifted and coasted at all. He doesn't care.
He's literally got a perfect opportunity to save fuel here if Arno, because Arno's not going to catch. No. So he might as well just help
got a
Jack
penalty
out a bit,
anyway. He's
maybe.
going to lose position to Connor, I think. But then there's 13 seconds behind if he can finish
Jack
the
might
race.
not get points, to be honest.
No, if he doesn't finish, if he's a lap down on fuel, he won't get any points. Ooh, up the inside goes Furkan on Bart, and they're wheel banging their way off the track. And Bart has a big snap of oversteer rejoining, and ultimately loses the position.
Zan's gained 1 second.
Ooh.
He's not going to do the second the lap, is he? Surely not.
Is Jatin on 2 warnings? I think he is.
I
Right?
will go check. I know Zan is.
Okay.
Jatin has a lap 3 warning and a lap 25 warning.
So he doesn't want to push too much then.
No. What's the fastest lap? It is 17.9. That is achievable for someone who boxes, which will probably be one of the bottom
Daniel
3 at some
Mackaway.
point.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably box again, and then one more time for good measure after that. Although, with Charlie Roberts' tyre age, he's not terribly off. Yeah, no,
But he's
Charlie
got
Roberts
a
is
penalty
not
though, as well. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how that unfolds.
Willie up in P7.
Yep.
Nice and easy on the freshest hard tyres in the top 12.
Conor McCabe's making little bits of progress here and there to the 2 in front of him. And it will be 4th position against Dino.
Arno is not interested in towing his teammate along. Not at
No,
all.
he's more interested in fighting the lap car. Zan's gained another half a second, and that yellow flag confused me for a moment.
Yeah.
I've just realised Charlie Roberts, how's his fuel doing now? He's saved. Well done.
Revolutionary stuff.
Oh, someone's just absolutely drifted. I'm trying to figure out who that was. It was someone between P8 and 10. Is all I can tell you. I was flicking through quite quick and just watched an absolute slide.
Jack is into the wall. He doesn't need to finish the race because he's decided to crash anyway. Doesn't need to save fuel.
That's his
And
race
he's into
done.
the box. That is unfortunate. But ultimately, it didn't really matter.
Yeah, no. Zan's got it down to 3. This is going to be closer than we think.
Yeah.
Or we initially thought.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He still needs what? I mean, he still needs, I think, like 8-9 tenths a lap, really, to have
Jack's
a
got the
chance.
fastest lap running.
Because the last lap doesn't really count because you have to overtake into turn 1, really. So
Yeah.
he's got 3 laps to gain 3 seconds.
We'll see if he can do it.
Jatin.
It'd be mightily impressive if he does.
Yeah, Jatin has more battery as well. So Zam will have to try and save some of that.
Jatin also could easily just be, you know, in cruise control a bit, knowing that he can afford to lose X amount of time each lap. We'll have to see. Conor McCabe trying to get that gap to Dino, but it's not really coming down now. Jack's out the way.
Bart is going to have a go on Charlie Gordon, I think. He's got 25% more battery.
Yeah, I think Jatin was in cruise control a bit. It looks to have picked up the pace.
Yeah, extending to 3.1 now.
I think maybe wanting to keep it above 3, just in case of a warning. Speaking of warnings, there's one for Hayden, which puts him on to 3 seconds, and here comes Bart. Down the inside on Charlie Gordon. That is not room at all.
Did he turn in? I was looking at an off-board angle. It looked like...
Yeah, Charlie Gordon's just come across him completely.
Yeah. Well, Bart will have another go. He seems to be faster at the moment.
Yeah, I'll get an extra point for P8. 5 instead of 4.
Jack is going to pass this lap on softs and then is going to run out of fuel at the end of the lap.
Mitch could slow down and just block him, which would be... oh, Charlie Roberts even, sorry. Which would be quite entertaining. I think that is going to be the case, yeah. He's just going to be stuck. Yeah, he's actually just parking it in front of him. This is great. Yeah, this fastest lap's not going to happen.
He doesn't have the fuel for another one.
Down the inside.
What a move.
And Bart's also got past Charlie.
Oh, we're missing the better actions. That's okay. What's this lap going to be for Jack then? 18-0. No, he's a 10th off. He's only a 10th off.
10.
Yeah. So that did cost him.
I thought it was I was the wrong whole second out. Yeah, that did cost him the lap. And now he's got... Mitch has turned the battery on to defend. Ooh. Oh, what is that? Well, this ain't going to be the fastest lap if you're doing that halfway through it.
Yeah, but he'll run out here? No? He's got minus 1.2, yeah, he'll run out.
I think he's going to run out of fuel on this second. Oh, wait, no, it's lap 33 for him. He'll be alright. It'll be next lap he runs out. Oh, Conor McCabe penalty, so his fight with Dino's not a thing anymore. And the gap at the front's 2 seconds with a lap to go. Or 2 laps to go, sorry.
Daniel Radcliffe has caught Charlie Roberts with all this.
He's got a gap quite a bit as well.
Ooh. He's going to get
make a move, Jack, rather than trying to drive into the back of him. Never mind, he gives up. That's not how you make a move, Jack. Don't take inspiration off that. This is yellow flags for a Alpine. Oh, that's Mikal. Right, is this fastest lap?
Oh, definitely not. No.
Yeah.
It's 2 seconds slower.
Yeah, Radcliffe will go through now. How much does he need to gap Charlie Roberts by in 2 laps?
3 seconds.
I think he'll do that.
Really?
Yeah,
what tyres is Charlie on?
It's 13 lap older tyres.
Ooh, okay.
So I do think that Backlick's going to sneak that last point.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he's also potentially going to get past Mitch.
I'd like to see Jack run out of fuel very soon. I'm thinking start sector 3 just before the right-hander. That's my prediction.
I think that's a decent prediction. Let's see.
As Jatin goes on to the final lap, 1.6 seconds the gap out in front. But I think it's too little too late for Zan. And is Jack going to run out here? Ooh, no, he's got a bit more juice.
There, he's gone. He's gone. No, he's got to drive an entire lap. I'd just like put it in first gear for a bit, let the leaders catch up and just finish the race. He's got to drive a whole lap. So Bakalik will get a point today.
And he might get another one. Because Mitch
Charlie
is
Roberts
under
could have
pressure.
boxed, honestly, and he'd still make it round.
They're fighting for a final point here, Mitch and Bakker. Although it is pretty easy. Yeah, final couple of points.
Yeah, it's a move.
Anyway,
Charlie Roberts could still get more.
Your race leaders are coming round the final corner. It is going to be Jatin to take victory in Hungary in the Mystery Grand Prix. His hands off into the wall in the background. I don't know what happened there. But ultimately, he has finished the race in second. He could have easily won. We don't know what happened when he pitted and lost so much time. But yeah, good win for Jatin. Arno finishes in P3. Dino's going to come home in P4. And that is very consistent results for him as an Alpine drives off the track in front. Conor McCabe will be 5th. Ahead of Willie, who's boxing on the final lap, which is interesting. What? Okay. That could lose him more places because of time. It's not faster.
How much did he lose?
It can't be faster.
He would have. No, it can't be faster, and he would have lost those places anyway. I think he's just doing it because why not?
Yeah.
Mitch has run out of fuel.
What?
Mitch wasn't even under. How's he run out? Chaps.
It's 25 seconds back.
He's found out a good way of boosting the speed up by spamming gears.
With
Actually, just gaining
overtake
in
on.
speed quite quick. It's actually gaining it, yeah.
Do his own race, the no fuel race.
Look at that, up to 140, you got on 150.
Yeah. Oh, some celebratory donuts? No, no time. Well,
It's pulled the win for Jatin.
that was alright. Different strategies out there. Making it interesting.
Lovely. Most overtakes Jack, yeah. He made all the moves and then also probably was the most overtaken by the end of the race.
Yeah. Yeah, Jatin converts his pole position into a first victory of the season. That's one win each for the top two. Wonder if they will fight for the championship if Jatin turns up. Is he a reserve?
Yeah, Jatin is a reserve.
Well, anyway, there are your results. But I'm going to look at the very important race director in case anyone wants a penalty removed. There you go. Not too long today, race director. Wait till we go to Imola. That'll be fun. Yeah. Summarise the results. Jatin pole to win, Zan P2 and fastest lap, Arno P3 on the podium, Dino is 4th, Conor McCabe and Furkan 5th and 6th, Bart in 7th, Willie 8th, Charlie Gordon 9th, Daniel Bakalik 10th, then Charlie Roberts and Mitch in the Red Bulls 11th and 12th, Jack Cocaine 13th with no fuel, Hayden didn't really have a car for most of the race, and DNFs were Mikhail, Callum Morris and some other drivers that I didn't get to.
Lovely.
Interviews? Question? Let's see if anyone wants
Yeah, might as well.
an interview from the top three today.
Oh god, did Jake Armstrong drive in F3?
Let's see what they say to a potential interview. Yes. Alright, let's go to the interview room. I will keep the stream on unmute because we're not.
Yep.
Right, the wonderful interview screen is on. And we have two of the three joined us so far. I don't know if Arno will be joining us. We will see what he says. Arno said he likes sweaty men, according to Mitch. Well then get in here. And he is here. There you go. Yeah, Luke. Do interviews. I'm going to do driver of the day. That's a cop-out from me, but yeah.
Right, he got third, Arno. Right.
Arno got third.
So, interviews, here we go. I'm great at these. Hello, Arno. So, P3 in the end, after going for the two-stop. What was your, what was behind your decision for the two-stop today?
I remember from last season that I couldn't do a one-stop, so I knew when I saw Hungary, I was like, yeah, two-stop, do that. I don't think it's faster, but it's the only strategy I can do.
Yeah, I think it looked quicker, to be fair. I mean, everyone who did a two-stop beat the guys who did a one-stop, so I don't know.
I think there's a big pace difference between the guys that did two-stop and the guys that did the one-stop.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor of it too. Although, I mean, Dino's quite quick. But yeah, you had sort of, well, a lot of clean air for that race, to be fair.
Not at the start.
Until-
No?
Well,
In the train with Willie, right? That was probably a bit awkward.
I guess so, yeah. But other than at the start, I think your race was quite simple, really. Did you enjoy your help from Jack momentarily? Also as hindrance.
Yeah, more of a hindrance, I think. Yeah. I mean, he was I think he had like minus 0.8 fuel, so he was just fuel saving all the time.
It was more than that.
1.2.
Yeah,
Fucking.
he ran out on lap 34 in sector 3, right near the start of sector 3. So yeah, he had a long road home after that. But yeah, well done on your podium. And well, I can't say I'm surprised, but yeah. Well, we're going to see you back. Any more races this season, or
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Okay. I don't even know what track's in 2 weeks.
I think it's another mystery,
No idea.
isn't it?
It's Vegas.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
that's even worse.
What do you mean? Vegas is fine. Anyways, yeah, well done on the podium, and yeah, well, maybe we'll speak to you in 2 weeks. We'll see. Anyways, on to Zan then. P2 in the end, which we were slightly confused about for a while. But did you make a mistake just before you boxed?
Well, basically the mistake was because I'm on PlayStation, I basically tried to fix my cable for the headset, and I dragged my controller on the ground, which basically switched the controls, or the whatever you want to call it. Like my wheel lost any type of feeling, any type of control. So basically I went to pause the game, and the AI decided that even though it was my strategy to pit on lap 22, and even though I was already in the pit lane basically, to cut the entire corner and just drive off to another lap. So basically I was figuring out the entire first sector, how to switch back control to my wheel. So yeah, that's what happened.
It's a bit of a technical issue, because yeah, you had we were like, you probably come out like a second and a half, 2 seconds in front of Jatin after you boxed, and then we saw the gap was like 6 seconds or whatever it was, and we were so confused with that. Yeah, that explains it then. So I mean, I guess you're happy to at least have not, retired or anything as a result of that.
Oh yeah.
It could have gone worse.
It could have gone a lot worse. Maybe it could have gone a lot better. Maybe my AI could have pitted for me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but at least there's still a P2 out of it.
P2 and a fastest lap, so another extra point. I'll take it.
Yeah, 19 points. I mean, that gives you plenty of breathing room at the top still. So, yeah, I think
I gained like 6 points on second. Who's I think Dino.
Yes, you gained 7 points to him. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. Honestly, when I saw Hungary, I was like, okay, this is damage limitation. Let's just get a top 5, maybe a podium. I was like, okay, let's just focus on damage limitation. Then I ended up having the best pace of all. So yeah, I was pretty surprised about that too.
Yeah, I think it was sort of interesting how qualifying was very close, and then sort of after that in the race it was a completely different story in terms of you and Jatin. Yeah, you had like a 10th and a half to the rest of the cars in qualifying, but the gap across the race was a lot more than that each lap.
I think it was also due to a lot of fighting in the back.
Yeah, I think it was Willie at the front of the train looked to be struggling really badly and was costing everyone about half a second to a second a lap on top.
Yeah, I don't think the pace difference, like raw pace difference, was that big. I just think that there was a lot of fighting in Hungary, which you can't really overtake.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that was a result of it.
Yeah, definitely played into it massively there. But yeah, well done on P2, and I mean, we'll probably end up speaking to you again next week. We'll see. Feels like it's going to be quite regular at this point. But yeah, well done. Anyways, moving on to our race winner for today, which is Jatin. After getting pole position, you managed to convert it into a win. How did the race go from your perspective?
The first stint was quite shit, I'll be honest. I don't like the medium tires around here, and it was just trying to not overheat them, and they overheated after like 5 laps. So I was really just trying to keep up with Zan. And then the second and third stint, I had older tires, so yeah. I was very lucky that his controller, disconnected.
Yeah. I think maybe a bit of a surprise to win, but I mean, the entire race you had very good pace to well, definitely get P2 quite comfortably. How did you find navigating the traffic after boxing both times?
After the first pit stop, I would have actually been ahead of Zan, but his teammate, I think Charlie, he held me up to the whole lap, so I couldn't do anything there. And then after that was actually quite alright to get through this traffic because the tire delta was so big.
Yeah, it seemed like there wasn't too many issues for you guys. Other drivers had a lot more issues, but I think a few other drivers moved out the way entirely for you, which was probably quite nice, rather than having to try and find a move into a corner you might not wanted to.
Yeah, that was quite nice because I think the Haas moved out the way without a fight.
Yeah,
I
I
was very grateful.
I think Dino did. Yeah, can't remember if anyone else did. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know.
There was a great counter-attacking move from Jack when you tried to overtake him on Dino, and then you got past him. That was not to do with you, but I love that moment. So.
Yeah. Anyways, congrats on the win. Are we gonna see you back this season for another race?
Fight for the championship, man.
I think I'll be back in like 5 weeks.
Oh.
Well,
I think for the Mystery Grand Prix at like the end of March, I'll be back. again.
okay.
Fair enough.
Well, I think that's round 8. I want to say. So
Yeah,
yeah.
around
Well,
that time.
we'll get to see if you can fight at the front again then.
Yeah, enjoy your
hopefully.
time off. Yeah, part-timer.
Thank you.
know.
And yeah. Congrats on what I think's your first win in GRS as well. I know you've had a
Yeah.
podium before. I think. it was
First
like-
pole and win.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Anyways, I think that's everyone.
Yeah, thank
So-
you for doing the interviews, Luke, because I'm being lazy today. But yeah, that's it. That was a good race. Next week is China, back to a normal racetrack, or like a racetrack we know what it's going to be, and people can practice for. But of course, tomorrow we have more mystery action. It cannot be Hungary. I'm right in saying that.
Yep.
Hungary is done for all the tiers, all the season. Yeah, can't
Yep.
be Hungary anymore. So it will be one of the other 15 tracks available tomorrow for F1, and the same again for F3 on Wednesday. But until then, that is all from me. Any final words from anyone else? No?
No, I've got nothing.
Fantastic. That is it. Sorry for the technical issues at the start. I've learnt something very important, which is Steam sucks. But there you go. Anyway, see you all next week.